That must be like a woman.
So,
that you
Jonas,
take the
I was telling him about my therapist. What happened? That he
The rapist.
The
yeah,
rapist.
the rapist.
He's an analyst and a rapist. He's a anal rapist. An anal rapist.
So,
Yeah.
so he said the last session I had with him was kind of weird because he said several things that was very. You remember I was telling you how I'm fascinated by people who don't look like they should be doing what they're doing, right? And he's that guy that does not look like he should be saying some of the things he said. All right, first, I think I've got the correct order when I tell you this. First, he said we were talking about the homicide project I'm working on, and he starts telling me about, you know, the territory, the gangster disciples. This is their territory over here, so that makes sense. And you know, if you cross 20, there's a guy named Little Cookie or whatever, and I'm thinking, what the fuck?
How does how does he know these?
But he's like he's a substance abuse counselor and you know, so it's understandable he may know people who buy drugs, right? Now he's hinted in the past at a dark past, you know, and I know that he's a recovering alcoholic, and that he's been sober for like 15 years. I get that.
That's impressive.
But yeah, so then he says, and he's a therapist, right? So then he says, he goes to make. He's something about, I want you to call me tomorrow, and then he said, oh wait, I won't be here tomorrow because my daughter's having trouble with a boy, and I got to go take care of that. And I was like, okay.
Okay.
Because his daughter's in college, right? My daughter's having trouble with a boy, and I have to go take care of that. I said, okay, all right then. So I won't call you tomorrow. Okay, and then this is what he said that was really strange, because I was telling him about this guy, the guy I was telling you about, right? And how it's very unlike me to just pick up a conversation with somebody and then give them my telephone number even if I think they might have a problem with something, because I usually don't care. So that's very much kind of, you know, not my...
Your problem.
Yeah. And I said, I usually don't talk to people unless they look interesting, like maybe a Hell's Angel or something. And this is what he says, and I swear, hand on heart, I'm not paraphrasing. This is exact words. He said, I knew Hell's Angels. They once protected me. It was very expensive.
What?
Yeah. You're like, wait a minute.
And I'm thinking this. It's like in my head going.
The Hell's Angels to protect him?
I guess. I don't know. I didn't ask. I didn't get any more story than that.
Who the fuck do you have to piss off to need the Hell's Angels to protect you?
The Hell's Angels to protect you.
That's some top gear. That's some top gear protection.
I know, and I'm thinking. And see, one other thing he said before, when he asked me what classes I was teaching, and I told him I'm teaching drugs and, you know, drug misuse and abuse, right? And he said, oh, you know, is it like a societal, like a sociological point of view, or is it? And I said, well, we have a chapter on each drug, and we talk about sociological things, but we also talk about like pharmaceutical, you know, and criminal justice related. So we have a chapter on like heroin, we have one on meth, and we have one on coke, you know, etc. He said, I've probably taken every drug in that book at one point or another. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well.
All right. But when he dropped the Hell's Angels bomb on me, that was it. I just looked at him and I didn't know what I wanted to say was.
You don't lie about stuff like that. You don't make that up.
What I wanted to say was you cannot drop that and then not tell me what the hell you're talking about. But I didn't. I just kind of looked at him, and I'm remembering him saying, I got to go take care of him. About his daughter's, the boy their daughter's having a problem with. My daughter's having a problem with a boy, and I got to go take care of that.
That sounds kind of to me like that boy isn't going to be a problem for anyone for much longer.
No, but here's the thing. He is the most unassuming, mild-mannered looking guy. He's like my height, so he's like 5'4", and he's just kind of like a dumpy hobbit-looking type of guy. I mean, he's not ugly or anything. He just is like, he just looks like an accountant or something.
Does he have a beard?
He does. No.
Oh, okay.
No.
You just ruined my Georgia J part.
I know. He's not. George looks more dangerous than this guy. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
But he and
nothing against George. I'm not saying he couldn't be a badass, but you would never think he was.
You would never think, because he's always smiling. He's always got like a nice,
Yeah.
He's always happy. He's always like a good guy and willing to help out. It was just so weird. I know some Hell's Angels. They once protected me. It was very expensive, quote unquote. What the fuck?